If you've recently had a knee replacement or you're going to be having one soon, regaining your quadriceps muscle function is one of the most important keys in your recovery. And the faster you can do it, the better your outcome is likely to be. In this video, I'll show you one of the most underutilized secrets to regaining your quadricep muscle function fast after a knee replacement. And that secret is called NMES. It's an acronym for Neuromuscular Electrical Stimulation. Now, the machine looks like a TENS unit, but it's not the same thing as a TENS unit. A TENS unit is primarily used for pain control, and it can make your muscles twitch, but you don't get a full-blown muscle contraction, which is what you really need to wake the muscle up. Now, the way that this works is that it electrically activates your quadricep function, which is important because right after a knee replacement, you get what's called arthrogenic muscle inhibition, which means that the swelling from the knee replacement shuts off the muscle. And no matter how hard you try, you can't get the muscle to turn on. Now, the protocol that I'll show you in this video was developed in a research study originally published in 2011 in the Physical Therapy Journal. They'd used similar protocols following ACL repairs, but this was the first time that they'd used it specifically for knee replacements. And the results were pretty amazing. At 3.5 weeks, the people who got neuromuscular electrical stimulation plus conventional rehab had stronger quadriceps, stronger hamstrings, faster timed up and go tests, faster stair climbing tests, and they could walk farther in 6 minutes versus the people who got just conventional knee rehab. And those differences lasted up to 1 year, although they became less and less significant over time. So that's why using one of these units can be a big jump start to your rehab. Now, in the actual research study, they started these on post-op day 2, and subjects who used them twice a day at home for 6 weeks during their rehab period. Now, if you've already had a knee replacement, you may be starting a little bit later, but if you're still struggling to regain your quadriceps function, it still may be worthwhile starting. Now, if you haven't yet had a knee replacement, it may be worthwhile investing in one of these units before your surgery so you can get started right away. Because like I said in the study, they started out on post-op day 2. Now, the unit that I'm using right here is the Belego NMES unit, and it's specifically designed for NMES or neuromuscular electrical stimulation. It's not a TENS unit, and the reason that's important is because there are a few specific parameters that you need to set that most TENS units don't allow you to control. The first one is called the pulse width, and that's how long each pulse is on. If you picture the pulses like a waveform, they go on, and then they're on for a period of time, and then they go off, and then they're off for a period of time. Then they go on, and they're on for a period of time, and then they go off for a period of time. And that on time is called the pulse width or the pulse duration. Now, the next parameter is frequency, or how many pulses per second. That may be measured in hertz, which is what it's called in this machine, or you may see it abbreviated PPS. But the pulses per second, or frequency, is going to be 50. So there are going to be 50 individual pulses per second. And that brings us back to the pulse width or the pulse duration. Each individual pulse is only going to be on for 300 microseconds. Now, in the original study, they used 250 microseconds. I do recommend using 300 microseconds, which is the maximum of this machine, or even up to 400 microseconds if you do have a machine that does that. The reason is that the longer the pulse width, the less intensity or less current you have to use, which makes it a little bit more comfortable. If you remember anything from physics about area under the curve, each pulse is on for a particular period of time. And the longer it's on for, the more area there is under that curve. That means it gets deeper down into the muscle and activates the quadriceps muscles better. Now, if you have a shorter pulse width, You can make up for that by turning up the current, so the wave is going to be taller but not as wide. But that also makes it more uncomfortable, and if it's anything less than 250 microseconds, it becomes very uncomfortable and often intolerable to get a strong enough contraction. So that's why I do recommend the 300 microsecond pulse duration or pulse width, even though they only used 250 in the original study. You want to turn the intensity of the current up to the maximum tolerable intensity, but at the very minimum, it should be enough to get a sustained muscle contraction. Now, how long does each contraction last? That's called the duty cycle. And we're going to have it on for 15 seconds and then off for 45 seconds. So it'll be a 1-to-3 ratio. Now, it's not on at maximum intensity for that entire 15 seconds. There's a 3-second ramp up time, a 9-second steady state at the peak time, and then a 3-second ramp down time. So it's on at full intensity for 9 seconds, off for 45, and that's a 1-to-5 ratio. And somewhere in that 1-to-3 to 1-to-5 ratio is optimal because your muscles need to rest in between strong contractions. Imagine if you went to the gym and you did a really strong 1 repetition maximum set. You wouldn't be able to go right back and do that same thing again. You'd need a significant amount of rest in between those maximum intensity reps in order to be able to perform it again. And so that's why you need to have enough rest. And with the conventional TENS units, even the ones that claim to do EMS, often it's on and then off and then right back on again and then back off and then back on and back off. And so your muscles fatigue too quickly. And that brings us to the total treatment time. We want 15 minutes. And if you have it going on and off for 15 minutes, more or less continuously, your muscles are just going to be trashed by the end of the session. So you want 15 individual contractions. Each one is going to ramp up for 3 seconds, be on at full intensity for 9 seconds, and then ramp down for 3 seconds. And then you'll have 45 seconds rest in between for a total of 15 contractions in a session. And again, in the study, they did 2 sessions a day for 6 weeks. That's why having a home unit is so important, because you can't do it at physical therapy that often. So if you would like to check out this Belego NMES unit, I'll put a link down in the description below. Now, one other really important thing that you need to do to regain quadricep muscle function is to control the swelling. Because as I mentioned, the swelling is what causes that arthrogenic muscle inhibition to begin with. And to learn tips to control swelling after a knee replacement, check out this video over here. But before you go, if you found this one helpful, make sure to give it a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you get notified of my future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.